What's going on, YouTube? It's Double O, and I just wanted to come onto this page today to just express my love and appreciation for all the subscribers and support that I've been receiving since starting my journey here on this YouTube platform. If you find my videos entertaining, informational, or even if you want to be a critic, please like, subscribe, and comment down below how I can do better, because at the end of the day, now I'm a business. YouTube is my life. I will be documenting my complete journeys of travels from Asian countries, European, Africa even, back to the US. Like, I'm going to just be building this community. So I really want to make it as interactive as possible. So as I was editing some videos with my friend Taylor yesterday, I literally spoke to him. I was like, look, I was checking my YouTube analytics and I have 184 people that believe in me. I have 184 people that are subscribed to my journey. I was like, that's enough to keep going. That's enough motivation to just follow my dreams. It's enough for me to realize that all those conversations I had with people that couldn't understand the goals and aspirations that I had for myself, I'm not alone. I'm not crazy. I said I want to retire in my 20s. I just want to work for me. I want to retire from the matrix. I want to retire from corporate life. I want to retire from feeling as though my youth is being wasted because I'm not pursuing my desires. And I have 184 people that believe in that. That's so much. That's so much to me, where I'm like, I'm just forever grateful for the opportunities and thankful for my supporters. And on this video, I really wanted to just discuss the mental point I was at 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, I graduated X-ray school. I went to school to be a radiologic technologist, and my first ever job, they fired me before I could even start. And upon my final review as a clinical student, they said I was overconfident and I came off cocky. That was the only negative thing that they could say about me. They didn't say anything about my work ethic. They didn't say anything about my quality of care to my patients, which was amazing. But they said I was overconfident and cocky. And those words sat with me my whole career. So 2 years later, I'm traveling. I traveled to Indianapolis. I traveled back to Boston. And I even had a contract in Hawaii. And I loved giving back to my patients because it felt great. It felt great pouring into someone else's cup that needed it. A lot of the situations in the hospital, it's all mental. You're mentally telling yourself you're sick, and you'll feel sick. But if you have that support system that really believes in you, they come visit you, they bring you flowers. I've noticed that their care gets expedited. Like, not their care gets expedited, but their results gets better. And words are everything. If you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to loop this in, so just stay with me. If you tell yourself all the time, I want to be here, but I need this first. I need this first. Eventually you're going to keep saying that, and you're going to get stuck in that perpetual loop of saying, I need this, I need that first, before you even try to begin. And once I realized that, I said, you know what? My goal since a child was to practice martial arts in China. That's my number one goal. I wanted to train just like Bruce Lee. And as I'm working these jobs, I'm realizing I'm training calisthenics, I'm working out with other people, I'm joining run clubs. My body's stiffening up. Like, I may never ever get that chance to practice all these different martial art styles in these countries. So I'm like, dang, I'm 26. When will I ever begin? If not now, then when? So after my contract in Hawaii, I booked a one-way ticket, and I said, let me start off my journey in Thailand because of Songkran, the water festival here. So I said, okay, I think it'll be smart if I come to Thailand first, network, build a community, lock in on my goals, lock in on my aspirations, and that same 2 years that I applied in school, the same 2 years that I applied in my career after graduating, I'm gonna give myself 2 years of locking in and see how my world can change. So I financially planned. I'm not gonna lie to you, I financially planned. I don't say move to these countries without a financial backup plan, you know what I'm saying? I worked, and almost every single week I clocked in at least 55 to 70 hours. I have the proof too. For 2 years straight. And I cleared debt. That was the first thing. I don't want anything hanging over me because that's like the systematic pressure that you feel in the, well, for me, the United States. Like when you have debt, it's like a dark cloud hanging over your visions. And it's like you will not be able to see clear unless if you clear that debt. So that was my first goal. Second goal was to downsize. I had a lot of shoes, I had a lot of clothes, I had a lot of things that at the time had meaning, but then in all reality, it has no meaning. It's cloth. It may have stories, it may have memories, it may be your favorite, but those are also things that could hold you back from experiencing a life like this where you're traveling all the time, because that has weight. And are you strong enough to carry that weight through all these countries? So then I downsized. I started donating. The more you give, the more you receive. That's just how I've always been raised. God bless my mother, my grandmother, and my siblings, because that's how I was raised. The more you give, the more you receive. So I donated everything. Designer clothes, designer shoes, everything. Books even. Just so I can lighten the load to help me prepare to make this decision of leaving. And then once I assessed all of my belongings, once I assessed how much money I have, I said, you know what? If I keep pushing it back and saying I need more money or I need to get rid of less things, I will never truly make that decision to say, flight is booked. So I sat down with a friend in Hawaii. I had the money for the flight, and I closed my eyes and I pressed the button. And I said, okay, now I have a timeline. From the moment that I bought the ticket to the moment that I fly out, that's the timeline I'm giving myself to prepare for the future, to prepare for the next 2 years to come ahead. I have so many travel destinations planned already in my head and in my journal that this community that I'm growing is going to be able to witness. And one thing that I really want to harp on as far as my growth in this page of Double O, you can too. You can too. Oh my goodness, you can too. I have no source of income right now besides the money that I've saved. And you can too. You can too. I'm also a veteran too, so I want to put that out there. But you can too. You can make that choice. You just need a plan. But I'm gonna dive into this topic. I found it personally hard to plan when I realized I was in an environment that was so fast that it was hard to plan. Hear me out what I'm saying. I'm from Boston, and that's a very fast-paced city. Sometimes you're sleeping for there's 24 hours in a day. You sleep for 6 to 8, that's a third of the day. That's a fourth to a third of the day gone already. Then you're working 8, 10, some people 12 hours. Now that's more than half of your day. What are you doing with that rest of the half? You already feel fatigued, you already feel drained, You probably don't feel motivated. You probably do feel motivated. You probably spend it with family. You probably spend it with friends at the gym. But how much time do you actually have to plan for those dreams and goals and aspirations for yourself or for your family, for your kids? You start to realize that you're fighting against time. It seems like you're fighting against time. And I was at that point where I was conscious enough to understand that time is a location thing. Time has no real definition. It's based off of the system that the country that you're in. So the US, time is different depending on if you're down south, up north, west coast, Hawaii even. All the time is different. So I said, you know what? Okay, I have to structure my time differently. I'm youth. I'm young. I'm healthy. I'm blessed. How can I leverage that now to pursue my goals? I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste my youth. I don't want to waste my... You shouldn't either. You shouldn't want that for yourself. But I'm not going to tell you what you should or should not do. I would never do that. You do it as you please. By me sharing this aspect of me, I just want to be as transparent as possible on how, why, and what it took for me to mentally get here. It all starts in the mind. If you're able to see yourself in an environment that you dream of, if you're able to see yourself mentally, financially stable enough to live out the niches that you desire, if it's a Pokemon trader, you're a gamer, whatever, if you're able to financially see yourself stable, you'll be able to know how to plan clearly. But if your environment is so fast-paced that all you feel like you're doing is work, sleep, eat, work, sleep, eat, take a small vacation. Take a small vacation somewhere very affordable within your price range. Grab a $2 journal from like Dollar Tree or something and a pen and start and use that vacation to really sit down and have that conversation with yourself. What do I desire? I don't know where this came from. What do I desire out of life? Where do I want to be? Who do I envision myself becoming? And start working towards it. This is a family that I'm growing, and I view everyone as families. Aunts, I'm gonna call you guys cousins. You guys are all my cousins. You guys are all my cousins. And I just want to see you guys free yourself. And if you find this page entertaining in any way, or informational in any way, or just a breath of fresh air, please comment down below and tell me. I want to engage with you. Comment down below, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video that I'm currently about to go edit. Peace and love.